Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, come on in. Come on in. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies. It's your man, VACAY-J. What's good? Happy Saturday, happy Sunday, happy whatever day that you are watching this. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. Yes, sir. We gonna get into this. Are you ready? One time for your mind, what's good, what's good? It's your boy VACAY, episode 8. This y'all, first reactions fam, thank you for coming through. Hit that like button, you know what to do. We are gonna give a first reaction fam. I'm gonna give a first reaction, you know what it is, man. Got my serious glasses on today. And we gonna recap this. Well, I'm gonna give you my first reactions. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you my first reactions to the highlights of what I saw in this episode, fam. So definitely come through, hit the like button. Comments will be showing up there. You know what it is, fam. I'm ready to get this going. If you are ready, I'm ready. Let's get it popping, fam. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
From the block to the booth, the vision's revealed. We're unstoppable now, and the truth gon' reign. This is legacy in motion. Remember the name. This is VACAY-JayTV, the next level of exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Salute, 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 salute. VACAY-JayTV, next level of exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Salute, salute. Subscribe right now, hit that bell and lock in with the real. Welcome to VACAY-JayTV.
All right, fam. All right, fam. What's going on, fam? Come on through, come on through, come on through. It's your man, VACAY. We are here to do the first reactions for episode 8, season 8 of the Shy Family. So come on in the room. You know what to do. Hit the like button. All right, if you're here for the very first time, second time, third time, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I see you, Sonya. I see you, Sonya. Can you hear me now? Am I good? Am I good? Let me make sure I'm good. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes, yes, yes. I appreciate you letting me know. If you can hear me loud and clear, then we're going to get right through this. We're going to go right through this and make this thing happen, fam. So thank you for coming through. If you can hear me, definitely hit the like button. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. And I'm just going to talk about the highlights today. This one right here, as I usually do, we rate the show. So if you watched it, definitely rate it right here. 1 for fire, 2 for good, 3 for man, 4 for not feeling it, fam. And this one, I got to tell you, this one was kind of rough to get through. Yeah, this one was kind of rough. It was like great things happen and then bad things happen all at the same time. And I'm just like, yo, this episode for me was an emotional roller coaster. I don't know if any of y'all feel the same way, but to me, this one was kind of up and down for me. And there was a lot going on. So I'm going to talk about the highlights, and definitely by all means, if you got some stuff you want to talk about that you've seen that maybe I skipped or maybe I missed, definitely chime in below. Let me know your thoughts on it. But definitely go ahead and rate it. 1 for fire, 2 for good, 3 for mad, 4 for not feeling it. And I will give my rating at the very end. But this one was tough, man. This one was tough, man. I got my serious glasses on today. You know what I mean? This was a serious episode to me, but we're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? I see you, Cupcake. You said you give it a 2. Okay. You said it was good. Okay. I'm gonna keep the rating up there real quick, and I want to just start talking off the top. So I got some MVPs. I got the worst valuable player. I got the the most valuable player, the MVPs, and then I got the worst valuable player, and then I got the straight devil. Okay, and I'm gonna talk about all 3 of these individuals, and you guys chime in below. Let me know your thoughts on this, and absolutely, I see you. Okay, so you can hear me now. You gave it a 2 too. Yeah. This was an up and down one for me. Up and down, but let's get to it. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's get to it. I want to first talk about the MVP. I'm gonna give the MVP surprisingly, and shout out to my homie Nels from Shade in the City. We do a live discussion on the show. Check that out sometime, probably tomorrow. And yeah, man, I want to definitely give her a shout out because I guess I was right. All right, because she doesn't like my man, this MVP that we know him as Shad. She don't like Shad. She be giving Shad a bad rap, right? And again, Shad, he hasn't been doing well, but this, I believe, was like his episode where he shined. I think Shad really shined in this episode, and that's why he's the MVP. Because what I said to her last week, literally last week, I said, don't be surprised if Shad turns his life around before the end of this season, right? Because we know Shad, man. Shad been effing up since the beginning, since he got out of jail, went back to jail, and then came out of jail. He's just been doing a whole lot of stuff. Sometimes he has good intentions. Sometimes those intentions backfire on him. But I give him the MVP because what we saw in Shad in this episode was magical. And specifically, I'm talking about just him stepping up as a man, letting Patience know that, you know, he's here to stay. He wants to start a family, and absolutely really pouring into those boys. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're talking about Devontae, we're talking about Tevin, and we're talking about Mondo. You know, Mondo is Patience's son. So when he went to the center to cover Riley, man, this man shined when it came down to these kids. So I want to give a shout out to him, man. And now he, you know, Riley gave him a job at the center. You know what I mean? And now he's going to get paid to really watch over, teach, and pour into these troubled kids because he was a troubled kid, still immature, but he knows and recognizes his ways and recognizes that he has to do better. So I want to give it the shot as far as being the MVP of this episode right here. So shout out to him. I'm getting that out the way. But let's talk about it, fam. Your girl. I want to talk about the MVP, and then I want to talk about your girl right here. Talk to me, fam, because this was hard to watch. While they both look beautiful, shout out to Keisha. This is her, you know, what do they call it? It's a bachelorette party, right? So shout out to Keisha looking beautiful. Shout out to Tiff looking beautiful. Like the whole spot, they utilizing Alicia's whole spot. Like Tiff is really brightening up this place because the bachelor party was popping. This bridal thing is going on, and it looks great. But I'm having a problem with this woman, Tiff, right here. Because Tiff, while she has every good intention, while she has inherited the throne, inherited the money, she is doing everything in her power to throw everybody off from the fact that she took out Nug. And right now, I really can't stand it. I can't stand Tiff and how she is playing in front of Keisha's face like this. And she may have every intention. Yeah, you know, she made a big speech. Yeah, you know, it's you the bride, and yeah, Suede showed up. He's one of the masseuse or whatever. But what she's setting up, again, I'm just talking about the highlights and you know, you guys chime in below. What they were talking about at the table, they were talking about a lot of things. But what Tiff said at the table, when one of them said, yeah, you know, if somebody put hands on me, I think it was Hannibal's wife talking about she going out with Smitty, and if Smitty put hands on her, she just going, you know, they just going to take him out, right? That's what her sisters were saying. We just going to take him out. And Tiff said at the table, the most awkward thing. She said, well, you know, sometimes you just got to take a brother out. And the whole like table went silent. And they was looking. And I know Keisha was looking at her like, what do you mean by that? Because I was looking at her like, what do you mean by that? Sometimes you just got to take a man out. Take your man out. What do you mean by that? I know what it means because, you know, we watch it from the outside in, but it's Keisha putting some of the pieces together because we still ain't see Nuck, and we ain't going to see him because we know that Tiff took him out. And she's still probably having nightmares about the whole thing. So the worst valuable player is Tiffany, man, because Tiff is doing all the wrong things, man. I'm just like, bruh, this is terrible. Like you doing the greatest thing with this shower. You're making her look so amazing in the whole nine, but bruh, I'm not feeling Tiff right now. At all. I'm not feeling Tiff at all. Y'all chiming below, let me know. But I gotta say, this is what I will say. The shower, just the loving on Keisha was amazing to me. All right, so these are some of the highlights that I kind of want to talk about. Like the showering of Keisha was great. It was amazing. You know, like everything that she put together, it was awesome. Of course, she getting mad because she want a female masseuse, whatever. But it was great. I can't say anything bad about this whole showering of Keisha. Like Keisha deserves it after being kidnapped, right? After going through the ups and downs, after taking care of EJ, right? When Tiff couldn't, I mean, she admitted it. That's one thing I could say that she kind of is taking is, you know, being accountable for. It's being like, you know what, Keisha, you was there when I needed you the most. You know, look at her, beautiful. Shout out to Burgundy, man. Burgundy is just a beautiful young lady. She got an album out right now. Check it out. But yeah, Burgundy just looking amazing. And they are showering her, man, which is only right. They are giving her flowers. They are praising her right now. And I'm loving this. She deserves it because that season 3 was like the most heart-wrenching season to ever watch of Keisha being, you know, kidnapped. So for this to happen now, and even Tiff was just like, yo, I can't believe that I'm actually throwing your bridal shower. Like I'm actually your bachelorette party. Sorry, your bachelorette party, because you know, remember they was at odds. You know what I'm saying? Keisha would come around, tell Emmett something or give him a message or whatever the case is. Tiff was always giving Keisha attitude, and Keisha was trying to be, you know, cool, but Tiff always had an attitude. Yo, always had the bad attitude towards her. So for this full circle to turn around. And for her to give her flowers, for her to give her praise, it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. And they were looking nice. All the ladies, everybody was looking nice. You know, like cheers. I can go on and on and on about this. But what did you guys think about this? Was this done tastefully? Are you mad with this one right here? Because she asking about the father of her child. He's buried in the back and she's in the front celebrating her. Bruh. Something bad's going to happen, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to talk about my predictions as to what is going to happen with Tiff and how this may not turn out the way you guys think it's going to turn out. So you guys chime below. Let me know your thoughts on that. All right? Okay. So let's move on to now this right here. Okay. Let's talk about Reg. Because I think it's important to talk about Reg, man. Like Reg, I think is kind of making a 180 turn, right? Not 360, but he's going in a direction where, you know what, he's actually showing a human side to himself. You know, he looking all depressed. He's down. He's been down for a minute now, but he really misses his brothers. And that's why he asked Shy to do, you know, what he need to do to go and talk to Trig and be like, yo. But now, unfortunately, and it's always the case, right? When it comes down to families that are at odds, right? It always takes a death in a family to bring family together. And that's the unfortunate part. In our community, as a people, it always comes down to auntie died, grandma passed, you know, but this case, mama passed away. And this was rough to watch, man, because to see your man Reg really well up and cry about his mama, talk to Trig, didn't want to tell Jake, Trig, you know, Victor's like, okay, you tell him. And they going back and forth on who should tell him. And Victor's like, listen, I'll tell him, but I need you to be there. I need you to man up. I need you to be a man. You know? But Reg, I understand. He's like, yo, y'all don't want to F with me. Jake don't want to F with me. And then this is prolific what your man Victor said. He said, why don't you start being the people that type of person we want to be around? I'm paraphrasing. Why don't you be the type of person people want to be around? And I'm like, man, how many people that you know, include yourself, have you ever asked yourself, are you the type of person that relatives want to be around? Right? Now, some of y'all's like, I don't care. I'm going to be me no matter what. Take it or leave it. And that was his attitude when he was talking to his girls. Like, I'm going to be who I am. But even she told him kind of the same thing. Like, you don't have to change, but you got to make a choice. You know what I'm saying? So while we expect other people to kind of adapt to us and this, that, and the third, when it comes down to family, sometimes we do have to make an assessment on our character, on the way that we act, on the way that we handle certain things. When it comes down to the way we treat people. Now, we know Reg has been treating Jake and Trig poorly, right? He want to be the street dude. He want to be the man, disrespecting Jake, disrespecting Trig, just being a disrespectful dude. And he knows it. And it's like, okay, you could disrespect yourself by yourself. And now he's feeling it. Now it's like, bruh, you feeling it. And now we got to handle this and tell Jake. And I felt bad for him. Of course, I feel bad for Victor, but I really, really feel bad for Jake because Jake ain't want to hear it. Jake wanted to blame it on Victor. You know, he just wanted to, he was kind of just sad and angry at the same time. It's like, yo, last time we was together, you yelled at her. And Victor was like, yo, I was upset. I was upset about how she wasn't there for me. You know what I'm saying? Like we saw it. If you go back in the seasons, we saw the whole interaction when they was trying to have dinner. She was trying to act like, you know, everything was normal. Trig had a problem with that because they all need therapy. They all need help. But at the end of the day, man, I felt bad for your man. Your man was crying. Like, Reg has been humanized. And for mama to go, I felt bad about that. That was kind of rough for me. You know what I'm saying? Losing my pops 13 years ago, that was kind of rough for me. But families come together when, unfortunately, when death happens. That's the part that I'm just like, man, okay, let me go to the chat. Let me see. Hey, what's going on, fam? I see you. Thank you for coming through. Let me see who's here. Let me see who's in the building. What's good? All right, Miss Cupcake says, Tiff is out of control and needs to be locked up. I think you're saying a word. I think you're saying a word. Let's see. What's going on, Monique? 69 Ways in the building. What's good? Thank you for coming through. All right, Sonia says, I really cannot believe Keisha is not putting this together about Tiff. I can because, you know, there's a lot of distractions going on, right? If you think about it, like, Keisha still has to take care of the kids. Keisha's still trying to hold the family together, right? Keisha is trying to hold Emmett together. Keisha is still dealing with also Devontae, right? So she got a lot on her hands at the same time. Now we got a wedding to put together. It's a lot of pressure, right? I think that's a lot. That's a lot going on for her. So when Tiff comes along and she's like, oh, I'll help you with this. Oh, I'll help you with that. You know, if you're a mom out there, shout out to all the moms, whether you're a single mom or a wife mom or whatever mom. Y'all know if somebody's like, listen, I'm willing to help you. Come on, you ain't going to say no to that. You're not really reading into that, you know, even though it's very suspicious that Nuck is not around and he ain't coming around, you know. My question to y'all, and I don't know if it's come up or not, is did Keisha, she told Emmett what Bakari said, got Bakari fired, okay? But did Keisha have a conversation with Tiff? Because Tiff act like she don't know what happened. So with all of this bradal shower, bachelorette party, I keep bridal shower. With all this bachelorette party going on, did Keisha tell Tiff, yo, Bakari did it? We didn't see that conversation happen at all. I don't remember it. Do you guys remember it? I don't remember them having a conversation like, well, you know, I found out what happened. You know, Bakari took him out. And just to see what Tiff's reaction was. I didn't see that conversation. If it happened, I missed it. So let's see what happens. What's going on, Chanel? I see you. It says Keisha and Tiff came so far. You could tell they both genuinely love each other. Yep. That's what's making it so effed up. Yeah. Yeah, especially when, you know, your girl, you know, I like to bring up the pics while we talk about them. Especially when, you know, your girl, Keisha's like, yo, finally I have somebody like a sister who I can trust. And did you see Tiff's face? She's like, she's about that glitch. You know what I'm saying? She's about the glitch. So you're right. That's what's effed up about it because, man, she doing all of this and Keisha's just like, oh, you going all in for me. You all out for me. You down for me. I could trust you. No, you can't. No, you can't. And that's you're right. That's Chanel. That's the effed up part. All right. Monique says, bring together or tear apart. Okay. What's going on, Ola Queen? Ola Queen, what's good? What's good? You said the man in the mirror. Yeah, absolutely. Got to look in the man in the mirror. All right. Everybody saying what's up. You said the only thing Tiff did wrong was try to bully Bakari. Nuck was killing everyone. She's not wrong for unaliving him. Okay, Brandon. I see you. What's going on, Brandon? Appreciate you coming through. Hit that like button. You know what to do. Share this out. Hit the like button, fam. Share this out. You know what it is. Yeah, so the difficult part is that, so again, back to my question. Did you guys see whether or not Keisha was like, oh, by the way, I found out that Bakari took him out to Tiff just to see what the reaction is. I didn't see that conversation happen yet because I guess everything is focused on this bachelorette party, focused on this wedding, right? So this is the biggest distraction to keep Keisha busy and not think about, you know, who did it. Well, at this point, she believes that Bakari did it. So it's like, all right, well, you ain't looking at her. You ain't looking at Tiff anymore. Now Tiff is like, oh, you're my savior because you really did that. You really just saved everything. You're like the savior right now. Man, it's going to be real tough. Real tough. Yeah. All right. So let's get back into it, fam. Let's get back into it. While we had the bachelorette party, we did, before finding out about, you know, the mom of Jake and Trig and Victor and Reg, Trig is Victor and Reg, we got this right here. We got this bachelor party. Now, shout out to Pops. Because, you know, Pops, with every good intention, to not have strippers, he ain't say, yeah, we ain't going to do stuff with strippers. We ain't doing strippers. We going to do something else. And what is this something else? We got a little bit of, you know, a little bit of gambling here and there. You know, they playing cards, whatever. Right? So we got that. We got this going on. Got a couple drinks. You know, time. Everybody like, yeah, it's time to finally, you know, lock it in, tell the truth, right? And did you see when that happened? Do you see when Emmett was like, yeah, it's time to not have any more secrets. Did you see when Trig looked over to Emmett and they both looked real uncomfortable? Then Emmett went to go get a drink, and then your man Trig went over there like, yo, listen, man, you can't tell Keisha. Let's just get married. You just got to roll with this, get you over the broom, get you locked in. How do y'all feel about that? Do you feel like Victor's advice is like the best advice at this point? Do you think he's like, yo, man, just get married first before you do the unthinkable? You know what I'm saying? Just get married before you go ahead and kind of tell the truth. Cause it's really, really bothering him, man. It's really bothering him. But I'll get into that in a minute. So let's get to this though. Yeah, man. One of my favorite characters, Darnell. This man finds the magician of the century. What they call her? Trick? Magic Trick? That's just her name? Magic Trick? Trick. She pops out. She does tricks with cards, right? She got, the whole pull the string, pull the scarves out of the booth. Like, she doing all the magic tricks, making stuff disappear, making cards appear. Emmett pulled the card, the Queen of Hearts or something like that or whatever, and then turn around. He slams it on the table or whatever because she doesn't see it, and then turn around. It ends up on her hip. I was like, okay, like, I like this one. You know what I'm saying? She was doing some stuff. She pulled out a rose. It was basic. It was real basic magic. But at the end of the day, this man got his watch taken. Right? Can't find the watch. Who got the watch? Where'd the watch go? Where'd the watch go? Hold on one second, fam. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Hold on one second. One second. Y'all can't even hear me. Thank you. Y'all can't even hear me. Y'all couldn't even hear me. I'm back. I was talking. You couldn't even hear me. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sticking with your boy. Okay. So your man Emmett gets his watch taken by this IG magician, Instagram magician that Pops found on the internet. Went to her account to be like, yo, did you see the watch? The account is deactivated. I'm like, wow. That's how they doing the shot, son? That's how they doing the shot? That's how they do it in the shop. Okay. But he can't find the magician. The watch is gone. And the beautiful thing that Emmett did, again, this episode was really it's a very mature episode. It's about accountability, just being honest, accountability, except Tiff ain't being honest, right? We know that. Tiff ain't being honest. But when Emmett told Keisha, when she was about to give him, he was about to get some. And turn around, she was like, yo, where's the watch? And he was like, the magician stole it. She's like, what? She's mad. I mean, you know, I would be mad too. It's like it's not a family heirloom, but it's a rare watch, right? I guess it was a really expensive watch. It was a rare watch. It was of a lot of value. But when she turned around and the next day or later on that day was like, you know what? Grabbed him by the waist. He's like, you ain't mad? She's like, I was mad at first, but we can't like place our relationship based on material things. I was like, what? Very mature episode, fam. Yeah, you know, I was mad at first, but our love shouldn't be based on material things. It should be based on us and how we treat each other, how we take care of each other. I'm like, boom. These kids are not kids anymore. They grown folks now. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Loved every minute of it. Let me know your thoughts on that right there. What you say, Sonya says, Jay, you're right. I don't think Keisha told Tiff what Bakari said. I didn't think of that. Yeah, right? Yeah, no conversation at all. Right? So I'm like, is Tiff gonna try to flip it on Keisha? You know what I'm saying? Like next episode, if they have this conversation, is Tiff gonna be a devil that she is becoming right now? I think she already is. Is she gonna be a devil and be like, what? Why didn't you tell me sooner? You know, try to flip it on Keisha, be like, yo, how did you know this? And you didn't tell me. I can't, but they get mad and be like, the wedding is off. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Tiff does that, I will be real mad at Tiff. I'll be like, Tiff, you the devil. You the straight devil. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, this would be that would be a crazy situation. So we'll see what happens if and when Keisha tells Tiff what really happened. Because it's like, oh, you can trust me, but you ain't tell me. You found out that if she flips it, I'll be mad at Tiff. It would be a terrible day. All right. Let's keep talking about this thing. But Tricks, Magic Trick, or whatever her name was, she was on something. She was on one. Okay. What other highlights, man, stood out to y'all? There was a lot of talking at that bridal shower. But I want to talk about this. Here we go. This is the beginning part, and I want to know your thoughts on this. Okay? So, here we are. Here we are with the detective that we all know. With the biggest question, and this was the beginning of the episode, right? Because that's where they left off on the last episode, which was Icebox, which was 7. So with Bakari scrambling and being like, yeah, he's not here. And she's like, well, I can bring a warrant. I can make it difficult for you, da-da-da-da. And he says, why don't you go talk to his girl? And she's like, who? He's like, who's his girl now? He said Tiff. Now, here's my prediction, fam. Here's my prediction, because your man right here, Bakari, I think he's done. And so this is the beginning. And then this is the end when he's talking to his sister, Brittany. And he's saying to Brittany, I'm tired of running. So here's my question to you. Do you think that Bakari is going to snitch on Tiff? Right? Or not necessarily snitch, but lead Tucson to believe that Tiff is behind the missing of Nuck. I want to know your thoughts. Is Bakari going to lead her in that direction? Because I think that's where it's going. I think Bakari is done. He wants his freedom. He's like, man, look, I'm tired of this. I need to have my freedom. I need to get up out of here. I'm ready to go to Atlanta. He convinced Lene to go to Atlanta with him. You know what I mean? So they plan on going to Atlanta. He can't get away until he wraps up this loose end, which is Tiff. The big bad witch. Tiff is the big bad witch at this point. And it's like, man, I don't know. So what are your thoughts? Chime in below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Is he going to snitch? Is Tucson going to arrest Tiff? And if she's arresting Tiff, is she going to arrest your man Vic again? Is Vic going back? Is Trig going back to jail because he's his bodyguard? You know, is is Bakari going to lay it all out and say, yeah, they told me to tell everybody that I took the rap? And when he says they, that means Tiff and Trig. Is Trig going back? Because remember, you know, Trig is like, look, I can't protect you from Reg. I don't want you to work with him. You know, Tiff is on some like, I ain't scared of him. But is Trig going back to jail because he's aiding and abetting Tiffany? What do y'all think? This is not good. This is not good for the girl. After everything she's done, I don't think Keisha's gonna be able to save him. I mean, I don't think Keisha is gonna want to save her from her own fate. Do you think that Tiff is going to be arrested? Do you think that Bakari is gonna say, I'm tired of running? This is what they told me. She told me that she took him out. Because he's basically a witness. He could testify, you know? And if Trig goes to, gets, you know, not locked up, but if they bring him in, is Trig going to tell the truth? Is Emmett going to get involved and say, yeah, Tiff, from what I understand, from what I was told by him, he knew that Tiff took out Nuck. So is Toussaint going to reel them all in? Is she going to bring them all in? I wonder how this is going to turn out, man. But your man is done. Bakari's done. Will he survive? Or you say, yes, I agree with you. You agree? Okay. Will he survive? Because I honestly think he's been surviving a really long time. If he survives, I want him to survive. But if he doesn't, I'm not going to be mad at it because it's going to be karma, man. He took out Ronnie, yes, for his best friend, but he took out Ronnie. You know what I mean? What up, DeMarcus Vaughn is in the building. What's good, my guy? So do you think that Bakari's going to snitch on Tiff? That is the big question. Or will that body on the wedding day, will the body, as my theory that I put out, soon as they buried him, my theory is that this body's going to wash up or somehow going to be dug up, you know? Maybe, you know what? Here's another theory. What if the gardeners, the landscapers, they're doing work and they find the hole and they dig up the hole and find this body and then report it? That's another theory. I just put it out there. What if the landscapers find the body and report an unalive body in the backyard? So many different scenarios. Oh, man, thank you, my brother. Shout out to my brother, DeMarcus Vaughn, man. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Congratulations on the 22 subs. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate your love and your support all these years, my brother. For real. Thank you, my brother. For real. All right. Miss Cupcake says, the detective doesn't know that Nuck took out Rob. That is correct. But all of that, I think, will unfold because this is the common denominator is who? The common denominator in this one right here is Bakari. He knows everything. Everything. Now, if he gives up information about Nuck, about Tiff taking out Nuck, and how he was blackmailed, I like to say white male, but he was, you know, set up to take the fall for Tiff because he held back the information of who unalived Rob. Now, again, it's all tied into itself. So he's going to have to give up that information and say, well, the Nuck took out Rob, and that's the reason why Tiff took out, you know, Nuck. But will Tiff now turn around and do what Toussaint said? Because remember what Toussaint said. Okay, did you take him out? Was it self-defense? Like she was giving him, you know, kind of like his escape route. Like, bro, you could say it was self-defense if you took him out. So just let me know where he is. And if you did it, We could say it was self-defense because we all know what he's been doing. We all know what he's been up to. But the question is, will she use that same excuse? Say, well, he attacked me. We had an argument. I said, he said, I love you. I didn't say it back. He got mad. He attacked me and I had to take him out. Because she could use the same defense and get away with it too. She could get away with it. You know? And it's like, I got scared. So, you know, I just buried him and I didn't know what to do. But will she still go to jail because she took out Nuck? She could say it's self-defense, but she unalived the man. So how does that work? How does that work out in Tiff's favor? You know what I mean? So what you say, my guy? He says Bakari should have asked for a lawyer when talking to Toussaint. Well, that's exactly what Tiff did, right? Because Toussaint did go ask her, where's Nuck? And she's like, I don't know. And she's like, can I come inside? She's like, I'm not going to talk to you or answer any more questions without a lawyer. So Toussaint said, what? You better go get one. And that was the end of the conversation. So Toussaint going to come back. You know what I mean? She's going to come back. I think Tiff is going to jail, fam. I think Tiff is going to jail, man. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think Tiff is going to get locked up? Do you think that Trig is also going to be locked up as well because he knew? And Bakari's going to say, well, okay, look. Is Bakari cool with Nuck like that? Well, he is cool with Jake. And remember when Jake and then when they was smoking and, you know, Bakari was like, yo, I'm sorry about your mom, you know what I'm saying? Sparked it up, whatever, put his arm around his brother, like, yo, you my brother. Remember Jake came to Bakari's aid and told Reg, I don't want you to work with Bakari, man, because, you know, I don't want you to hurt him. That's my brother. So Jake and Bakari are brothers. So maybe Bakari is not going to say that Trig was involved. He's just going to say Tiff because he don't want to hurt Jake in the long run because that's his brother. And he knows how Jake loves Victor. You see what I'm saying? So I think Bakari just going to rat or lead Toussaint. He already got us started on the trail of Tiff. So if they get a search warrant, though, if Toussaint gets a search warrant to go into now Tiff's house, if they scour and comb that house and the backyard, maybe Toussaint is going to find the body. And then once they identify the body, what, it's got to be a month now? Once they identify it as Nuck, guess who's going to get in trouble? Your girl. So maybe Bakari doesn't totally snitch on her, but he already got Toussaint on the trail of Tiff. She comes back with a warrant. She searches the house. She searches everything. Tiff could be up Schitt's Creek. You know what I mean? What do y'all think? Chime below. Let me know your thoughts on that. What you say? Bakari was smart. Bakari should have told Toussaint that Rafi has something to do with Nuck being missing. Yeah, he should have. But we didn't even see Rafi in a minute. We didn't see Rafi like in 3 or 2 episodes, right? And once he got his ass beat, like we didn't really see him after that. I didn't see him after Bakari beat him down. Or maybe, okay. Again, we figured out the ending. I think Tiff is going to get arrested. I don't think Trig is going to be arrested. I think your boy Bakari may feel like he's getting away. Right? Let me pull up his pic. He may feel like he's getting away. They probably going to get on the bus to go down to live in Atlanta. Him, Lene, Brittany, whoever. Maybe Jake want to go. Who knows? Right? Maybe Jake may not want to go because he got a girl now in the shop. But maybe Bakari gets on the bus. I'm kind of predicting this. We'll see what happens. He almost gets on the bus, and then here goes Rafi with the drive-by, rolls up on your man, Bakari, pops him in the back of the head. Lene's like, ah, and everybody's like, no. And then Rafi drives off because Rafi get revenge for getting his ass beat. And this is karma on Bakari. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. What do y'all think about that theory? Let me know. Chime in below. Let me see. Chanel says, yeah, I was thinking she might go to jail. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking she's going to jail, bro. You know what I mean? Because, ooh, you remember what Shy said? That's why I say Shy is the MVP. Remember Shy was talking to the fellas? I don't know if y'all made that connection. All right? Look at Tiff. Remember Tiff. Hold that in your mind. Now, do you remember what Shy said to the kids? Because they was like, yeah, have you ever been to jail? He's like, yeah, I've been to jail, you know. And they was like, for what? For what? It's like, you know, I ain't going to get into all that, but you know what? You guys just need to stay out of trouble, whatever. And then what's his name? Tevin was like, you know, my dad, he sells stuff. He's like, you think you're going to turn out like your dad? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, yo, be better than us. You know what I'm saying? And then Shy said something. He said, this is what he said, if I remember correctly. I'm paraphrasing. He said, sometimes having too much money will get you in trouble. Fast forward out of that scene, go right here and look at Tiff. Sometimes too much money will get you in trouble. Did y'all make that connection? Right? Because Tiff thinks, oh, I got money now. I could throw money at it. I could stay protected. I could set people up. I can do this and that. I'm powerful now. But that don't mean you're not accountable and won't be held accountable for what you have done. Sometimes having too much money, he was like, what, you want us to be broke? It's like, nah, man. I just want y'all to be safe. Shy's the MVP in this one, man. Shout out to Shy, the real MVP, man, in this one. But what do y'all think? Sometimes too much money can get you in trouble. Think about that. Think about that. Come on, chime in below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on that. All right. We say Miss Cupcake K2 says Tiff needs to go to prison. Like I said, she's out of control. She definitely is. Okay. DeMarcus says Smitty will eliminate Loose Lips Lene to retaliate for karma on Tiff. I don't know about that one. Brandon says, I guess Papa doesn't exist anymore. They just stopped showing him. Look, man, when I said it before, like the storyline is kind of running out. Again, we at the end of the entire series, right? So storyline is kind of running out for Jake, but Jake got a new love, so they're trying to throw something in there, right? Papa's story has run its course, okay? And I think you're right, Brandon. Like, unless Papa can't get revenge on Nuck because Nuck is gone. For taking out his father and taking out Pastor Zeke, right? Papa's falling in love with Kenya again. They're going to get back together. They're keeping it real light. Now, again, Papa need to be there when Kevin returns because y'all know Kevin coming back, right? I ain't spoiling it for nobody. Kevin was doing interviews with these guys for the for the series finale. So Kevin, you know, Alex Hibbett, who plays Kevin, he's been doing interviews with all of them. So we have a strong feeling that Kevin is coming back. I'll say it like that, okay? I'm not gonna say it like I know it, like I wrote it with Lena Waithe. Shout out to Lena Waithe, right? But yeah, Papa's storyline has run its course. All right. We say, oh no, I don't want to see Bakari go out like that. You don't want to see that scenario, right? I don't know, man. Like, something got to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to happen. But your man Bakari has done so much. He's done so, he's done better, but I don't know how she going, and I don't know how Lena Waithe going to end this, man, because I think there's going to be some satisfied and unsatisfied people. You can't please everybody. But Bakari got to pay for what he did. Somehow, some way. They say Magic Trick, a.k.a. Gina Williams from House Party 3 was cold as ice. Okay. That's the name. Okay, got it. Thank you. We say Tiff will pay Judge Bradley off. Okay. All right, we do see Judge Bradley in the next The preview for, or was it the preview or a trailer? I think I saw her in it. Either preview for the next episode or something. All right. Okay. What do you say? Great observation about connection to what Shy said. Thank you, Miss Cupcake. Yeah. Sometimes too much money gets you in trouble because you think you could pay your way out of stuff, but you're still going to be held accountable for everything. We'll see if my connection is correct with what Lena Waithe wrote, what's happening right now, and what could possibly happen. We'll see, but thank you for that. Appreciate that. Reg is now humanized because of the yes. Yeah, I said that earlier before you came through, brother. Yep. Definitely, we talked about Reg. We talked about all that. So in the end, and I'm not going to hold y'all, fam, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. In the end, your boy is going to give whatever information he needs to for his freedom. He wants his freedom. He told Brittany, I'm tired of running. She said, I'm tired of running too. So they may work together in order to set Tiff up to take the fall, because he's not going to take the fall with the cops. Okay. He may say, yeah, I did it on the street, right? Or within the community telling Keisha whatever, right? He may do it for that, but he ain't going to tell it, listen, I did it. No, he said, ask Tiff. Do you think that was the right move for him to say, ask his girl, Tiff? You know what I mean? Because Tucson, she always out for blood. She going to get what she wants eventually. She going to get what she wants eventually. She got Reg. Whatever happened with that, she going to find out what happened. And he's going to be the one to help her. But Tiff, she going down. So, MVP. My MVP is Shad. Shout out to Shad for turning his life around, finding his niche, finding what he's great at. He's great with kids. I think it was always in him because he was trying to mentor Bakari a long time ago. Remember when Bakari tried to rob Smokies and he sat him down and he gave him something to eat and he's like, bruh, like, you got to get your life together. Let me help you. You know what I'm saying? Remember him and Shad and Bakari had a connection for a period of time, right? Where Shad was really trying to help him out. At the same time, Shad was trying to help himself. Like, Shad has come to the realization that he's still immature. He's underdeveloped, as I've been saying. So Shad is now, because he's going to be a counselor at the center. I'm happy about that. He's going to take care of Mondo. Him and Mondo going to get close. The kids, Tevin, Devontae, they're going to get close, and he's going to be a great mentor. I think he's going to be amazing, right? The worst person of this episode is your girl right here. I don't care how much dollars, cents you throw at Keisha and this whole situation. Tiff is going down. No matter how much I like Tiff, Tiff is now becoming like worse than Alicia. Like worse, especially with this. This whole tobacco of just playing in your best friend's face is ridiculous, yo. You know what I mean? So MVP, worst person, and I gotta say, snitch of the day. Even though he ain't fully snitch of the day is Bakari. Because, yeah, she gonna come back. She's gonna come back. So that's it right there, fam. I'm gonna leave it right there. Let me see your chat real quick, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man, through this. DeMarcus says Bakari will survive without Lene get caught in the crossfire. That's what you think. Okay, we'll see. Ms. Cupcake says the ending is from Carlito's Way, Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Yeah. I remember that. Brandon says, I love the friendship between Darnell and Shad. Yeah, definitely. Great friendship, man. Bro, I'm going to miss this show. I'm going to be honest with you, man. This show got everybody in their feels, including me, the hardest dude on YouTube. Nah, I'm not going to say I'm not the hardest dude. I'm just messing with you. But I'm saying, man, this is a real adult show. You know what I mean? Dealing with all different levels, from the kids all the way up to all the adults. Like, I think a lot of people can relate to this show if they give it an opportunity. Oh, man, shout out to you, Beauty Travel Babe. Thank you very, very much with the silver star. Thank you for the 2 jewels. You guys have got jewels now. Thank you so much. I love seeing that. Thank you, Beauty Travel Babe. I appreciate you for real, for real. Appreciate that. All right. I always say I believe that Rashad will save Bakari. Okay. How? Tell me how. Beauty Travel Babe says, I think someone Bakari loves will get hurt instead of him. Okay. So you're going with my boy DeMarcus's theory that Lene may get popped. That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. I had a video. Where's that video? Maybe I can bring up that video of what they said real quick. Let me see if I can bring up that video. Maybe it'll play, maybe it won't. But yeah, it was a video of them saying what they're gonna expect. Did I get it? I don't think I got it. No, I don't think I got it. It's all good. But if you go on IG, man, you know, Lene is like, I can't tell you. Or the girl that plays Lene, I can't tell you what's going to happen. This is going to be crazy. That's what she says. So you never know. Your theory may come true, right? They say Shad is my MVP. Yeah, Brandon, yeah. He had his issues when he was introduced in the season 4, but now look at him. Exactly, man. I'm proud of Shad. Proud of Shad, man. Because, yeah, I used to get mad at Shad, too. Like, come on, Shad, why you going to move the body? Come on, Shad, why you doing this? Why you doing that? I would get mad with Shad about his decision-making problem. Why you sleep with Shorty when you already got a Shorty? You know what I'm saying? Why you just messing up all around? You know what I'm saying? You text. Remember the text? Remember he text, what was her name? DeMarcus, you know her name. Remember he text his girl instead of texting Tiara saying, yo, I had a good time or, you know, please forgive me or whatever he said, which gave away the fact that he slept with Tiara on Valentine's Day instead of his girlfriend, Deja, right? Was it Deja? I believe it was Deja. Yeah, Shad been messing up for a long time. So for him to make this, you know what I'm saying, 180 degree, right? Not 360, because he's just going to end up in the same place, but 180 and become the man that he is, man. I'm proud of that guy, man. I'm proud of that guy. All right. Yeah, Tiff definitely getting ruthless. Yeah, she getting worse. And smiling in your face. That's the most evilest type of person, right? Going to smile in your face, throw money at you, and be like, it's all good. Yeah. I can't wait for the conversation when it happens. When Keisha's like, yo, did you know that Bakari, you know, took out Nuck? He's been working for you. I want Keisha to go in on Tiff. He's been working for you. You didn't notice? He didn't tell you? I want the lie to fall apart in front of Keisha's eyes so Keisha could get in that beep on Tiff. And then their friendship falls apart. I'm waiting for that. If it happens. Or she gets sent to jail. Keisha finds out the truth, feels betrayed. She rots in jail. And then Keisha goes to visit her in jail and be like, how could you? I trusted you with everything in my heart and I took care of your kid. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking forward to how Lena Waithe's going to play this thing. It's going to be dramatic. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Tiff is cold. You and this ice thing, man. Like I said, man, I got to talk to you about that. Darnell, definitely an MVP? Okay. You say Darnell's an MVP. Okay. I don't know about that. Darnell's my guy. He's my favorite character. But this episode, I say that Shad is the MVP. You know what I'm saying? Darnell, he effed up. Darnell with his you know, unk ways, went online, trusted this freaking magician to come through and steal his son's watch. Now, while we got a great show, stole stuff. Who knows what else he stole? Probably stole some stuff, stole some money out of their pockets. They couldn't even tell because they was drunk. All right. What's up, Trina Boo? How you doing? Says, I'm going to miss this show hard. Yeah, Kev got to come back for the wedding, right? Yeah, he got to come back for that. He has to. Thank you, Trina Boo. Yes, he has to come back for his sister's wedding. Makes total sense. Shout out to you. Shout out to you on that one. Got to come back for the wedding with Maisha. So we may see Maisha and Kev come back, right? Yeah. Tiff has turned heartless. Absolutely. That's why this episode is called what? Cold-hearted. Look at her. They smiled in your face. All the while want to take your place. The backstabbers. Come on, you know the song. You know the song. That's exactly what this is. Remember what she said. You know, I thought it was going to be me and Emmett, but found out it wasn't because Emmett wasn't for me. Right? The backstabbers. You know the song. Backstabbers, they smile in your face. All the while want to take your place. My God. Team Reg, okay. Emmett struggling with this hard year. He might be the one to let it out. Is he going to let it out at the wedding? Oh, that would be crazy dramatic, right? He's like, you know when they say, for those people who oppose to this wedding or whatever, speak now, forever hold your peace. Do you think Emmett would turn around and take that opportunity and be like, listen, babe, this is killing me. I got to tell you this before we get married, but I got to tell you this. Tiff is the one. She is the one that took our knock. That would be terrible. Wedding over. Everybody be holding their pearl. Oh my God. And she just looking at everybody. Meanwhile, Toussaint's in the back, ready to arrest her. That'll be a crazy scenario too. Okay. I'm going in. Okay. He said, I could definitely relate to many of the situations on the show. I really will miss it, but all good things come to an end. Yes, you're right. You're right. This is a good thing. My question is this, though, because I have a love and dislike for the Shy. Because there was some seasons I was like, what the hell is this? Like that Valentine's season, that pissed me off. I was like, yo, the Shy's losing its edge. And then I think Lena Waithe heard me and she brought the edge back. And then she brought it back with Duda and brought it back with Alicia, and then kept it going. Then brought Reg back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the edge came back when they started doing, when Duda came back, when all of this happened, right? So I have a love and dislike, not hate, love and dislike with some of the seasons. But my question to you is, if you miss it, will you go back and watch it again? Will you go back to season 1 and watch it again? You know what I mean? Or go back to your favorite season and watch that again. You know what I mean? Because I got some favorite seasons. I got some, yeah. I'm definitely not watching 3. I can't watch Keisha get kidnapped again. I can't do it. But the earlier years with Brandon, right? Coogie, with Ronnie, with Tracy. I miss Tracy. Right? Of course, Jada. You know what I mean? Great show. Trig has let Tiff cloud his judgment. Trig has let Tiff cloud his I don't know, Miss Cupcake, because I think he's clear on what he doesn't want. And he tells her that, like, remember the conversation? They were sitting down and she's like, what's on your mind? You got something to tell me? He's like, yo, I don't want you working with Reg. And she's like, I'm not scared of him. What's going on between you and him has nothing. He's like, yo, I can't protect you from my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to take out my brother for you is what I'm saying, what he's saying. Like, I'm not going to unalive my brother to protect you. So you don't need to be in bed with him. She's like, I'm not scared of him. I was like, Tiff, I think her decision-making process, her judgment is off because of everything that's going on with her taking out Nuck, and all of this is just falling apart for her. So I don't think Tiff is clouding his judgment. I think Tiff is just having him protect her as she is now, things are going to fall apart before her eyes, what she thinks she can cover up. You know what I mean? That's what I think. That's just my opinion, but I hear you. What up, Porter? What's going on? Sitting at the security desk, and now the building is closed. Put in my Bluetooth and watching from my MacBook. Appreciate you, Porter H. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you for real. Taking the time out of your schedule, going on your MacBook, watching your boy. I appreciate that. Much love, for real. Thank you for your love and support as well, man. You've been rocking with me for years, and I appreciate y'all. All my newbies and all my mid-bees and all my oldies but goodies. I appreciate y'all. Beauty Travel Babe says, based off of the preview for the next week, I think Emmett is going to tell Keisha, yeah. You know Emmett, he got to be Mr. Honest Guy. Like, it's killing him inside. It's killing him. So if he tells her, is she going to tell Toussaint, the cops? We'll see. Brandon says, remember when Emmett had sex with Dom? Yep. Before marrying Tiff. Yep. And then told the truth. Yep. Emmett's not trying to go through that drama again. So you saying that he's not going to tell her? No, they was already married, bro. Like Tiff and Emmett was already married, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he had sex, before they got married. Then they got married, and then he told her the truth. And then she's like, I want an open marriage, and then they got a divorce. So yes, he don't want to go through that again. That part with tears in Emmett's eyes looking at Keisha. Yeah, so you think, okay, in the preview for the next one. Yep. Spin off with the kids, maybe. Trina, boo. While I want that to happen, Lena Waithe already said no spinoff. She already said it. But I want it to happen. Who's to know? Maybe down the line, maybe later down the line, maybe, right? I hope so. We said I'll probably watch my favorite seasons. I didn't care for season 4. Jake did Kev Dirty. Yep. I don't want to watch that again. Yeah, that was a bad one too. Jim of the Whore. Let me stop. Listen, they were kids, right? They were kids. Can we chuck it up to being a kid? She's not a whore. She was just, oh, yeah, I'm with you, Kev, but I want Jake. And then turn around, flip the script, and now she was with Brittany. What happened to that? So Brittany came back, but Jim is still in New York? I think they not together, I guess, right? Okay. I'm saying he not trying to wait after marriage to tell the truth. Okay. Got you. I got your point, Brandon. Yep, I got you. All right, fam, look, this is it right here. I ain't going to hold y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. This has been the first reaction to episode 8. Cold-hearted. This one right here. You going to get yours. He going to snitch. Everybody's going to live happily ever after. We shall see in the next episode, man. How many episodes we got left? Is it only 2 episodes left? It's only 10, right? We only got 2 episodes, or maybe is it more? Y'all let me know in the chat. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love to everybody. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you, DeMarcus, for the super chat. Thank you to Beauty Travel Babe for the star, right? Thank you for using your jewels, and everybody that sends jewels and super chats and likes. I appreciate you all right? It's your man, VACAY. Thank you for helping me get through this, because like I said, this one was tough for me. I give it a 2 that it was good. I give it a 2. It was definitely good. All right, family. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to see y'all in the next one, all right? Until next time. Salute.
Yeah. VACAY-J. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the love, every like and every vibe. Hope your holiday's joyful, peaceful, bright. May your dreams come true and your future shine. So tap that like, tap the hype. Hit subscribe, join VACAY-J life. Be kind to each other, you never really know what someone's facing deep down in their soul. VACAY VIPs, MVPs, VACAY fam worldwide. Salute. See you in the next one.